Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dexter Loves Annie video podcast. How are you? My name's Kat. I am coming to you from Buckinghamshire in England, where it is very, and this is a very scientific term, fucking cold. We had, the temperature dropped on Wednesday and then snow. Yeah, we are not prepared. I am not prepared. I'm not ready. Not ready for this. Today couldn't get warm, so I dug this out of the wardrobe. Didn't expect to be wearing it yet. If you are a long time watcher, you will know that this is the Bean and Olive sweater by Andrea Mowry of Dreary Nay Knits, and I knitted it in my hand spun yarn. I knitted it before I went in for my surgery, and I thought I was knitting something a little snug. Turns out it's rather large on me. You could do with being a little bit longer, but yeah, it's very big. And in hindsight, the yarn was potentially a little too thick because it doesn't sit well, but it's warm and it's lovely. And who cares? I love it. So too bad. So it's been a fortnight since my last, I always want to say since my last confession, but I'm not even Catholic. It just sort of seems to roll off the tongue, doesn't it? Since my last podcast to you, I have been very busy with stuff. So I have some things to show you, and I also launched the hat pattern today. So should we do that now? Shall we? Because it's right here. So this is Trisha's Trellis hat, and it goes with the Trisha's Trellis socks pattern. So it's the same stitch pattern. That's the first one I made, and then I made a second one. And the crown does that. The pattern just lent itself to it. I mean, obviously it took a few attempts to get what my head was seeing out into the yarn. But yeah, ever so pleased with that. I wore this out yesterday, got compliments on it. These particular ones are knit in the Yarnsmith's DK, so it's knit in DK yarn. It's knit in the Yarnsmith's DK yarn, and I would say this one I overblocked it, and it is not coming back. It's overstretched, and it seems to be very easy to overstretch it still. So lesson learned for me and for you. And I need to turn that light down because I am blinding myself. Yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't cope with that light straight in my face. So we've got the overhead light on. Hopefully that's okay. You can still see me. I actually look like I've got a bit more colour in my cheeks now. Anyway, when my eyes recover. Golly. Yeah, so pattern is out today. Today's Friday. This will come out tomorrow once I've edited it. I have put the pattern in Ravelry, and there's a 15% off as standard until the end of Sunday. Don't need to put any codes in. Just do the buy now or pay or whatever button it is, and it will just take the 15% off. I've also got a giveaway for the pattern running on Instagram. You have to respond on the pattern on the Instagram post with the giveaway in order to be in it to win it. Yeah, it's really not that hard. Some people are kind of scared because there is some cabling. It's really not that bad. In fact, there's only one stitch sequence that could be considered a little bit more than standard. that is to say, you literally only holding one stitch on a cable needle at each point. You are holding one stitch on 2 cable needles at the same time. Goodness me, words. And that's it. It's not, once you've done it a couple of times, and there are tutorials linked in the pattern to my YouTube here where I've shown you how to do it. Honestly, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. So if that floats your boat, Ravelry, Payhip, giveaway on Instagram, everything is under Dexter Loves Annie. If you can't find it, obviously I'll post some links for you, but yeah, Dexter Loves Annie is the place to be for that pattern. So there we go. No progress on the String of Hearts hat. I have frogged and reknit the crown several times, and you know, I'm a victim of my own success because I just can't get a cool crown out of it. So I'm going to stop trying. Sometimes things just don't want to work. So I'll be going back to that next week, and I have had a little idea though, which is quite exciting. It just suddenly came to me yesterday, so I am going to try that, and I'll let you know, because that is quite exciting. Anyway, so that is the only finished object, and I didn't actually finish that this week. Nothing's finished. Things have started, and things are about to get started, because I'm about to get started on Christmas knitting. Wasn't going to do it this year, but then I'll talk about it in a minute. Let's get these shown, because they just, I love them. These are my Under the Hill socks. Kelly from Rower and Cade's, it's her pattern. I've done a pair of socks in this pattern before. Absolutely love them. They're really squishy. I think I've done, how many pattern repeats here? 1, 2, 3. I've either done 3 or 4 pattern repeats. Hang on, that way around. That's why. Yeah, I see what I've done now. So 1, 2, 3. I've done 3 pattern repeats. I'd quite like to make these quite long, so I will be doing a fair few more. This is being knit in my yarn that I got from the charity shop. I have no idea where it came from. There is no label. It's definitely sock yarn, because I did the burn test with it. And just have a look on YouTube if you want to know what that is. Basically, you set fire to the end, and whatever the end looks like, smells like, feels like at the end tells you what kind of fibre content you've got. And it did come up as suitable for socks. So, you know, wool plus an acrylic or nylon or whatever goes into socks. Oh my goodness. We are not wordsing today very well. Let me show you the pattern. This is my sock pattern booklet. How cool is that? There he is. Under the Hill, Rower and Cade's, Kelly Menzies. And that is her current knit along for the next 2 months, so November and December. And she runs that through her Discord group of the same name, Rower and Cade's. And there's prize winning stuff going on Instagram. You post your finished product, and you can be in for a prize. The prize, frankly, is the socks. But why not enter anyway? So, what's next? The other hand spun. It is indeed. I haven't touched this for a little while, but I have done quite a bit on the sleeves since we spoke last. So there we go. 2 sleeves, almost there. It's about there now on the arms. So just a little bit more, and then I can do the rib, and then continue with the body. So what has actually happened with this is I've done my usual. I don't think I've got enough yarn. So this was a custom blend, not a custom blend, it was like a limited edition blend from World of Wool in the UK, which I spun up, and I'm happy to report that it actually, the material feels a lot nicer on this one than it does on this. I think actually this fibre is just extra stiff as well. It's Shetland, and look, it's too big. More air, more warmth. It's fine. So this is again driving. Do you know what? I've done 2 hand spun with the same. She does, to be fair, she does spin yarn as well, and she does a lot of spinning to knitting. So maybe that's what's inspired me. But yeah, the plan is to come back to the. The plan is to come back to the bottom here and just continue for as long as I want to. I've got this left. You can't, because it's quite dark, you can't see how thin it is on the inside. I have no idea, really no idea how much yarn there is left, and it's quite an old blend. They don't keep the runs for long. They move on and they do new ones. And I must show you one day. I've got 2 new sort of packs of fibre that I'm going to spin up and knit something with. But what I did do was I messaged them. Now they didn't come back to me. There's some sort of chat bot on their website, and they didn't respond to that. So I did, in the end, I was getting a bit desperate, so I messaged them directly and I said, help, I need. And they did actually come back with the recipe, because they will do custom blends. If you tell them what fibres you want and how many times you want them to put it through the blending. And so somebody came back to me with the fibres that they used, because they don't even tell you the fibre content on the label. It's all right on the website, but you can't look back through the previous order. There's no label on the bag when it comes. So I've got no chance of knowing even what fibres are in it. So he did come back and tell me what was in it and how many times I should ask for it to be run through the blending machine to make their custom blend. And I priced it up, and you could only do a minimum of 500 grams. I don't need another 500 grams. And it was going to come out, they were going to charge £12 for the blending. And I have a blending board and a carding thing on a wheel, whatever they're called. Drum carder. There you go. So I don't know why I would pay £12 for somebody else to do the job that I can do. So I decided, because you can buy the fibres for 50 grams a pop, I decided to just buy, it was 4 colours. I bought 50 grams of each and saved myself over half of that. So that came to £12.84 to get this finished. So I haven't blended it yet. I've just kind of put them together in a bundle. So it looks like it's a black and a midnight blue and a purple and a white. And I will pop them through the drum carder soon and spin it. Spin more yarn. It'll be great. It'll be nice to get it finished. So yeah, that's that one. Oh, I've got the pattern here so I can show you the pattern cover. Where are you? Page 1. There she is. It's got this sort of a rib effect that's on either side and on either side of the back as well. And the actual pattern, all the ribs are folded double. That's not for me. I don't like folded double ribs, so I'm not doing it. Might mean that the neckline's a little stiff, but a little floppy. But we'll see. We'll see. If I have to go back and add a bit of ribbing, I'll do that. But so far so good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having that, especially now it's gotten so cold. And last but not least, I did start another jumper. This is a bit of a pickle right now because I did it top down. This is for a friend. These are her colours. I'll just get untangled with all of my stitch cords. So I've kind of made this up as I've gone along. This one, right? You can go there. But I sort of started it off similar to a lot of ones that I've done, in that I tried to do a provisional cast on at the neckline, and then the intention is to go back and put a rib on after. I don't know what happened with my provisional cast on. I tried to do it over a barber cord, which is one of these with the little holes up the end, and you do it like you do a long tail cast on. So you do wrap, one to the needle, one to the barber cord. It just got crisscrossed and weird, and I didn't like it, and I obviously did it wrong. So I spent last night unpicking it because, excuse me, this is going to be a two-tone. So this is the colour we're using now. It is this turquoise that is a drops mohair. No, that's not it. I dumped it in here last night specifically so that I could drops kids silk. This was the closest one to the turquoise I could get. Young group A, blah 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 blah. 75% mohair, 25% silk. Colour 58. I don't know why I bothered to look for that because it's never very helpful, is it? So I have got, because it normally would take 200 grams of yarn, but I don't have 100 grams of that turquoise, and I had ordered this turquoise from a friend who was destashing because I just thought my friend would love this colour. So it will fade down into this one, but this will sort of blend it out. But again, can't judge how much I've got left. And I've split for the sleeves now. So, you know, I'm going to be kind of eyeballing it. So I'll do a bit of the sleeves, and then I'll do a bit of the body, and then I'll just keep coming down until it looks like I might be running out, and then I'll start grading in the darker turquoise. So it's going to be a bit of a chop and change in terms of the needles and where it sits. So what I thought would be best is if I put the ribbon for this neckline first. But what I've actually done is, if you remember my string of hearts pattern, I've used that. Oh, let's get this. There we are. So I've used that in here just to put some decoration around the top, just very subtle hearts. Nothing in your face. Just, there it is. There's like, I don't know, 4, 6 stitches in between each. Should space out nicely. You'll get to see this better next time, because I'll be well into it. I might even have finished it. This weight of yarn knits up very quickly because it's on big needles, and it's on big needles and it's reasonably thick yarn, so you should get to see that properly soon. So that is all I've got on the needles right now that I'm working on. I do have I'm looking around to shame myself on the projects that there was one thing in particular I was going to start or finish, do the sleeves on, and I haven't, because I've gotten influenced, and I've got yarn coming today. So I'll probably tack a bit on the end of here when that arrives, just to show you what I've got. But I got influenced. Anyone who's knitting will have seen this on social media by now. Her social media campaign for these, and anybody who's knitted them, has been insane. It's been great for her. I wasn't going to do it. The pattern's actually not that cheap. It's about £7. But it just, they're quick. I think you can get a pair banged out in a day. And it's using Drops Snow yarn, which is an Aran held double. So you're going to do them ever so quickly, and then they get felted in the knitting machine. Knitting machine? Hello? The washing machine. Oh dear. So yeah, I got influenced. I swore blind I wasn't going to do these, but you know, I've got 2 or 3 friends that I can knit certain things for, and I know every single one of those people will appreciate these. My husband loves anything I make him, but bless him, there's only so many socks and jumpers you can make him. My sister will wear socks, and she will wear these. Her boyfriend absolutely loves my knitting. He's actually asked for things, which is just, you know, it's a dream come true, as long as it's something you want to make. So, you know, one year I made him a scarf. I actually wove him a scarf, and he's like, I love that. Can you do me one in these colours to match this hat? And then I did him a hat 2 years ago, because he fishes. He's one of these fishermen that will sleep on the bank of the river overnight in a little pup tent. And so he's like, wow, I'd really like another hat. He felted a hat because he thought it was washing machine friendly, and it was not. It was alpaca. I used a nice alpaca blend, alpaca wool blend, to keep him warm, and then he goes and wrecks it. It didn't even fit the baba. My nephew's head was still too big for it. So, yeah, last year I made him 2 hats. And he likes a bobble when he's out and about, but he likes to be able to take the bobble off and pull his hoodie over the top so that there's no cold going down his neck. So I introduced him to, you know, the bobbles with the poppers on last year, and he thought that was genius. Adorably, he thought it was my idea, but he thought I should market them. But yeah, he'll get some. Husband will get some, and I have a friend who absolutely loves everything I knit. And I can knit her absolutely anything. In fact, when I've knit myself too many socks, I clean out the sock drawer. She's got exactly the same size feet as me, and you know, the socks that are sort of ready to move on go to her. I need to make her her own pair of socks soon, to be fair, but that's who that jumper's for. So I'll do the jumper first, but I'm going to do her some of these because she does have wood flooring, and she will be very happy to have some toasty slippers on her feet. So that's happening. I'll probably do those this weekend, and then I'll know that I've got some Christmas stuff on the go. And the other thing that just popped up, and I don't even know how I got it, very good Ravelry kind of promotion thing. And I do only ever print in A5, and it was in black and white setting still, but they're croc socks, and they were only like, I think it's £1 or $1 this pattern. I mean, you know, you're getting what you paid for. It's a good pattern. I have no doubts that this is going to be easy. I've read through it. It's sort of standard sock stuff, but there's no real indication of what size is what. It just says medium, large and extra large, and I don't know what that corresponds to. When I did the hat I made, medium was sort of young teen to me, so or I didn't think I just, yeah, the smaller size would young teen, so there's no real kind of sizing on there. I think it's just going to be a do it and see. It's also done in a cotton. No, I won't be knitting socks in cotton. I've got some nice Aran yarn coming. I wear my Crocs to swimming, and so having nice toasty socks in them. I do have some like fleece lined Crocs, but they're not actual Crocs. It would just, and I wear them camping. I've got Crocs for going camping that have got like little headlamps on for when, so when you toddle off to the loo block or whatever in the night, you've got some light. I bought some for my auntie as well. They're just brilliant. I know there's a lot of resistance for Crocs. I was one of those people too, but actually I'm there now. I'm in the Croc gang. I've got the pushy in things, gibbets. Got plenty of gibbets, and I do like to change them up depending on the season. I've got some Halloween ones, and I've got Christmas ones, and I've got some girly ones. All good. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy making those, and I will probably, everybody I know seems to wear Crocs as well, so I might just end up making some of those as well at some point. So this is me coming in a little bit later because my yarn delivery arrived. It is lunchtime. My lunch is warming up on the radiator because I'm having chicken salad, but it's jolly cold and I don't want it cold. So it's warming up on the radiator and it smells delicious. Incidentally, I've discovered a new thing. Onions in lemon juice and sumac. Red onions. Anyway, let's do some rustling and get into... This is a shamefully large bag. Just to be clear, I feel no shame whatsoever. It's like a big hug. So, it's been an hour or so. So it's been an hour or so since I recorded, and I've been rolling around upstairs on the bed with Annie, so the hair might be a bit less together. She's down here, and Annie is down here trying to get me to play with her, so we'll have to make this quick. Save on your poor ears. So these are for the slippers, the felting slippers. This is going to be held double. Drops Snow, and that's a pinky one. 100% wool. And then, right, let's just put it out in order of how I envisaged it. So this one and this one together, stripy, for my sister. All of them, do stay there, all of them are going to have a dark grey sole. I just thought, rather than trying to coordinate different colours and whatever. What else we got going on here? So I've got this one. I can't remember what I was going to do with what, to be honest, now. I know the purple's for me. Oh, the sun's gone in. I was having a bit of an issue with low sun, as you do at this time of year here. And it was blinding me, and now it's gone away. Oh dear. So I was going to do a purple with a green. I suspect that's the green I was going to do. I'll have to go back to my notes. So that's me. Yeah, we're just gonna say that's gonna be me now that I've seen him in person. And then I've got the boys. So I've got my husband and my sister's partner. There's a blue and a blue. There was a colour that I wanted that I couldn't get. It was like a... Hey, are they the same colour? Yeah, they are. Like a brownie colour. Couldn't get it. So, oh yes, I did. I got 4 of these. So, yeah, somewhere in the mix. These are going to be for the boys. So, probably, there's 2 lots of this. So I think, do you know what? I don't know. You'll find out next time when I've made all my slippers. It's not going to be those 2 together. I think probably those 2. Oh, the light is terrible, isn't it? Let me just pop this on, even though it blinds me. How's that? That's a bit better. Yeah, some combination of those for the boys. We're going to be in sock heaven. And then on top of that, what I ordered for the croc socks, some of that and some of that. And this is John Smith's Create Aaron. It's an acrylic, I think. Yeah, 100% acrylic. Just to make nice thick socks. I think I can get 2 out of each ball. So I might do some sort of mixture of everything. Have I shown you everything that has come? Yep, we've had that one out. We've had those out. So there we go. That is the yarn haul. Giant yarn haul that's going to suddenly become 1,000,000 pairs of slippers. So back to past me, and apparently I'm going to be playing with Annie now because she's pouring at me. So, do you want to come up and say hello? No, she wants to play. Oh, you do want to come up? Yes, she wants to come up. Just a quick one before you bark. She's trying to get behind me. Who's this? Say hi. Kiss. No? Okay. Back to the past me. So talking of shoes, I have a sort of related purchase to show you. Now, I got this on Vinted. I don't know if Vinted exists in other parts of the world, but in the UK, Vinted is second-hand clothing, and it can be quite often. You can obviously select, you know, new with tags, new without tags. I tend to try and go for more of the new stuff so that you're not disappointed with the state of things. And I've been watching Charlotte Stone of Stone Knits. She's always had these fantastic transparent boots so if you can show off her socks. And I've been on the lookout and I found these on Vinted. And they're just the coolest. Hers are like slip-on wellies. These are more like Doc Marten boots. The brand is It's Jester. Let me see. It's Jester. Size 6. I thought that said size 9 there. I have tried them on. They're just awesome. So, yeah, we'll be showing off the socks. Very cool. So yeah, that was Vinted. I have seen some on eBay. Somebody else asked me where to get some. There are some more on Vinted. But yeah, just maybe just look for transparent boots, and we'll all be wearing them and showing off our socks to everybody. So cool, very exciting. So that's all I've got for you this week. No major life stuff. I am having therapy, chiropractor therapy and physiotherapy still. Discovered that the neck problem, or it occurred to me that the neck problem I've been having for about the last 12 months is a result of being held in a weird position for many hours during my surgery. And I've been to the chiropractor a couple of times, but she never got it because the problem is actually up here in the occipital area, and not all chiropractors work up in that area. So, and I was just kind of getting the cracking, especially in my neck, is just insanely painful. And I don't like that. You know, when she gets hold of your head and you know she's going to try and pull it off. So I went to a McTimoney chiropractor, and honestly, the relief of just being able to lie there without thinking, shit, she's about to hurt me. It's not entirely comfortable, but it's, it's tolerable. Yeah, so we're working on it. I've got another session next week, hopefully. It's gone a bit stiff again today, but it's probably the cold. I do this when I do that when I'm stressed or I'm cold, and I've been absolutely freezy today. And one of my heaters is packed in, so I've got another one coming today. It's just exceptionally cold. I don't remember it being this cold at this time of year. Or maybe I'm just not used to it. It did drop ever so suddenly. It's going to rain at the weekend, so that'll probably warm things up, hopefully. Other than that, nothing major going on. I never made it to the gym this week, but that's because I'm waiting for a call today. They've since come back and said they're not calling me till tomorrow, so that's annoying. But I could go. It's 1:30 now. Yeah. I will start again next week. I'm going to get some knitting done, and chill out and watch something. So I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I intend to. There'll be lots of knitting. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, maybe even knitting my hat if you feel like it. And I will be back in a fortnight as per usual. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a fabulous fortnight, everyone.